Hey, hey, Pisces, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your December 2024 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Pisces, I'm hearing the song, I'm leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back. So for some of you, perhaps you're traveling, you could be leaving. You have shadow work, you have new life, and you have intuition. So even if you're not traveling, it just feels like you want to leave. You want to exit out of a situation. Maybe you want to exit out of 2024, right? You want to leave on a jet plane. It's like you want to leave or exit quickly, and you want to enter into this new life. And I feel like this is a big change that's coming in for you. This is huge. So I'll be curious to see what major arcanas show up. Well, first major arcana, the Empress. And she is a huge light force. She's represented by Ozma of Oz, right? She is the divine mother. So it feels like there's massive changes coming in here for you. Two of Cups, possibly in matters of love, in matters of moving towards what you are seeking is also seeking you, because that's also my law of attraction card. Now, try not to rush into this though, because you have the Eight of Wands in reverse. And if we rush into something, it's like a train going 1,000 miles per hour, and it can derail. And we don't want to derail a situation here because we rush too hastily into it. So make sure that you're double checking things. Of course, Mercury is in retrograde, and sometimes this can be a delay in plans, a delay in, contracts or conversations, communications. So I always say, don't put your life on pause, right? Don't put your life on pause when retrograde is here, but do plan accordingly, because it can be frustrating. All right, the start of a new life is what I see coming in. Look at, you have the World. You have the World, you have the Empress, you have the Empath. You're coming out of something. Yeah, you could be leaving behind a commitment that it broke your heart. Maybe it broke your heart to leave it behind. Maybe it was breaking your heart to stay in it. Whatever commitment this was, a relationship, a job, maybe you were committed to someone who wasn't committed to you, and it was leaving you feeling dis-ease, right? Which may have even manifested into disease, because your extra bonus cards came out. Three of Swords, Hierophant in reverse. There's a restructuring going on, a restructuring of a belief system. And it feels like you're coming out of a deep reflective shadow period, Pisces, and you're entering into a new phase of your life. And the Empress is your first card out, and she is an incredible energy. So yeah, some of you are definitely stepping into your divine feminine. Male or female, it does not matter. Embracing the divine feminine is powerful. It's creative. It is the birth of a new cycle. It is fertile. It's nurturing and loving. Because what I see in the past, potentially, with that Three of Swords and the Hierophant, there may have been a situation that you were involved in, and it was causing you to react in maybe an Empress in reverse way. And an Empress in reverse is controlling. She's cold. She's possessive. She has power, right? But it's not being utilized in the most loving, kind way. And I feel like there was a situation in the past that really shook you to the core, and you may have had some feelings bubble up, right? Feelings of control, or feelings that were very cold. And again, that doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you human. And I feel like you're getting out of that shadow period, the lower vibration here of the Empress, and you're fully evolving into a new cycle. And you have intuition showing up here for you as well. So your intuition is hot, meaning you're highly intuitive at this time. You're really paying attention to that voice within. I feel like you are aware of your feelings. You're aware of your actions. You're aware of what's going on around you, maybe even in the world, since you have the World card at the bottom of the deck. Whew, this is going to be an interesting month. All right. Because we have the Two of Cups, though, perhaps this commitment was towards a family member. Okay, this commitment could be towards someone that, you know, you did or you do have an emotional tie or a connection to. But it feels like someone may have taken advantage of your beautiful heart, Pisces, or it feels like the heart has closed down, or the heart is no longer open for service when it comes to maybe someone specifically or something specifically. All right, we have the comic. Okay, you could even use humor. Someone could be using humor to cover something up, or humor is needed at this time. It's time to step into a new era where things feel more lighthearted, more fun, more exciting, more adventurous. So let's dive into your reading. The key themes for the month of December, and we'll take a look at health, love, money, career, relationships. We'll look at it all. Now, shadow work and new life literally came out together. So if you've been going through some deep healing, some post-traumatic stress, therapy, ego, addictions, buried emotions, traumas, I mean, you name it, we all go through a shadow period. We all have something that is deeply buried in our closets, right? And I feel like you had to come face to face with a situation that was uncomfortable, that was very heavy, that was very disheartening with that Three of Swords. So again, even though these are bonus cards showing up, I feel like you're breaking out of this. You're not committed to the pain any longer. And we can commit to pain because that is part of a healing process, as we need to go through some of the stages of grief, some of the stages of healing. And because both of these are in reverse, I definitely feel like there's a start of a new era. We have the World card here. We have the Ace of Pentacles as your outcome. This is the start of a new life. And this is huge because the new life is transformation, big changes. You could be moving, okay? With the Eight of Wands, you could be traveling. You could be starting a new job, a new position, retiring, moving to a different state, a different continent. I mean, this isn't something little. I feel like this is life-altering, life-changing here. And if it's not physically happening right here, right now, which a lot of you, there's something coming in about the physicality of it. I feel like it's happening by your season, by Pisces season, February, March of 2025. This is a reset for you. It is a rebirth, a fresh start. It's growth. And what does the Empress grow, right, in her womb? There's something that you are growing, something that you are nurturing and tending to. This could be parts of yourself. Instead of doing something for everyone else, maybe you're taking better care of you, your health. Perhaps you are saying, you know, I want to do this for me. I've raised children, I've been married, I've been working in this career, whatever it is. It feels like you've done things for other people, which, yeah, that can be part of our roles here on earth sometimes, right? But I feel like there's something that you've been dreaming up, something that you've been really wanting, and you're saying, I'm doing this for me. And kudos to you for admitting that. Kudos for you for accepting that that is part of a soul contract that your soul made prior to this lifetime, right? And you know this to be true for you. There's a fresh start coming in. And what better time than preparing for it in the last month of the year? You know what this is here. You know that it's a feeling bubbling up within you. And a lot of you, you're ready. You've been ready. Now, your intuition is showing up as that voice within, paying attention to the synchronicities, paying attention to songs on the radio, numbers, feathers, coins, but most importantly, that inner nudge that is whispering in your ear saying, it's time for a new beginning and everything is going to be okay. Just trust. You could be meditating more. For some of you, this new life It may not have to do with a move or a physical act itself. It could be you opening up to your spiritual gifts more. You could discover that you are a medium or psychic, clairvoyant, that you're a healer, that you are, a visionary, that you're able to remote view, that you can automatic write. There's something that you could be opening up because of maybe going through some shadows, maybe going through a near-death experience, or just going through some changes in your life that have really shifted your energy to step into this new role that you are here to fulfill on planet Earth. All right, I'm loving this for you. This is really exciting. Now, bottom of the deck, you have the healer card, ascension, and choice. Okay, so choice is showing up. This is about a decision point. So I do see that you're between worlds in a sense, right? You're between worlds. You want to find that balance, but it is going to require maybe some choices, maybe some free will. But I also see destiny stepping in, because feels like here's the contract. Here's the contract, and it has a big old title on it with your name underneath. But then you get to fill out the pieces of that contract. Like, this is the role that you are here. Like, this is the title of the movie, but how you want to cast it is up to you, or how you want to play it out is up to you. So I feel like that's where the choice comes in. Now, there is a message here around being a healer, being healed, or massive healing taking place. Recovery. Because I'm seeing shadow and addiction, some of you could be in recovery, or perhaps you're dealing with an addict or someone in recovery, or maybe there has even been, relapse here. But I feel like there's support. There's possibly grief. Okay, if there's been a shadow, maybe you had to go through that grieving process that we talked about. It's important to go through that grieving process, not just when someone passes on. We should grieve. We can grieve when we go through divorce, when we, sell a home that we've lived in for 20 years. It is important to grieve. It should not just be reserved for certain, deaths. Otherwise, we suppress. And when we suppress, it can bubble up as a tower later on in our lives. Now, you have ascension here. This is soul advancement. And Pisces, that is the energy I'm really picking up on here, is your soul is really excited about venturing off into this new contract. There's personal growth. You've learned some very valuable lessons. And I feel like there's a flag being waved from your ancestors, from loved ones in spirit, saying, job well done, Pisces. You have completed this chapter of your life, right? You're closing the door to an old life, an old, way of doing something, an old relationship or career, whatever it is that you've completed, and you've graduated. And I feel like you're ready to go off into the world in a new way. And this is beautiful. And again, awareness. You are highly aware of what's going on within you and outside of you. Beautiful. Now, you could be a healer. You could work in the medical profession. You could have Reiki in your background. You could just be a good listener or a good communicator, even if this isn't your profession, which we'll dive into profession here in a moment. But I feel like you are a healer. People go to you for advice. Some of you may be working with singing bowls or crystal bowls, tuning forks. Music could be really big for you. As I was getting the song in the very beginning, I'm leaving on a jet plane. So maybe music pumps you up, or it inspires you, or it motivates you. Some of you could be singers or have a really beautiful voice. Even if you're not a professional singer, I feel like that throat chakra is being activated. Now, when it comes to health, sometimes the health with the Empress can be sacral chakra. It can be our reproductive organs, right? It can be ovaries. It can be, maybe at times, if you have struggled with this region, it can manifest as cystitis, maybe hysterectomy. There could have been scar tissue. This can even lead to the lower back for the gentleman. It can be the colon region. It can be the testes, prostates, colonoscopies, things of that nature. I'm also getting the hands across the heart chakra. So maybe there's been something with the breast or the heart region here for some of you. Okay, what else do we have for health? We have the empath showing up here. And Pisces, you are in water sign. You feel very deeply. Now, the empath is showing up here in reverse. This is a major arcana bonus card that the creator and author has invented, which I absolutely love. It's card 23. And when this shows up in reverse, this is about emotional exhaustion. It can be empathy overload, taking on other people's stuff, right? And I'm also getting hydration, and that's been coming up a lot lately. So maybe staying hydrated. I see the orange on the empath, which can be the sacral chakra, and I'm getting a big old burst of vitamin C. So some of you getting extra vitamin C, taking care of your immune system is going to be very important for you. And then I see the Four of Swords here as well in reverse. So allow yourself rest. You don't have to be like the Energizer Bunny that society tells us we have to be in the month of December when we're running around for the holidays, doing last minute shopping and making the pies and cooking for the holidays. Even if you are not spending the holidays with someone, or if you don't have that family, allow yourself to relax, read a good book, right? Soak in a bubble bath, like allow you to indulge in the things that make your body feel good, the things that your body is calling you to pay attention to. Like, hey, I just want to take a nap, right? Listen to me. Remember, the body is always speaking to you through pain or through, growling, the stomach growling. The body is always speaking to us. So pay attention, because when the Four of Swords shows up in reverse, sometimes it can be recovery, obsession, ignoring the signs of rest, overworking, overthinking, or overdoing it. So just be mindful of mental overload or exhaustion, or the back, okay? Be mindful of the back. All right. And because I'm getting the heart here again, some of you could be in like some sort of heart recovery. Maybe you're a survivor. Maybe you're a breast cancer survivor, or perhaps there has been anxiety or depression that you are coming out of. And I'm sending you lots of hugs. It's not always easy to be in that space, especially if you have grieved or if you've gone through something quite tragic. But because we're coming out of the shadow work and entering into a new life, I feel like the heart is healing rapidly as well. So there's something about the heart healing for you. All right. Now with the Empress showing up as your main energy right off the bat, I mean, this is beautiful. It is creativity and a birthing of a new cycle. So I feel like there is a new cycle coming in that could bring in a lot of abundance and a lot of nurturing and taking care of you. And I feel like you take care of others, but there could be someone that wants to take care of you, because you do have the Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups, yes, it can be romantic, but it can be anyone that you're connected to on a heart level. It's an important partnership. There's some sort of allowing, like letting someone in to be able to help you. Maybe this is a parent, right? Maybe it's a sibling. You see that it's represented by Tweedledum and Tweedledee. So perhaps it's a best friend. I feel like it's okay to open your heart up to someone or something that feels like it aligns with you. And that's what you're doing here. So there's someone significant showing up for you this month, and I feel like it does bring a lot of happiness to your heart. Now we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. We have the next few in reverse, which means slow down. Slow down. Things may be quite busy for you this month with the Eight of Wands. Slow down and realign your energy. Now, Mercury is in retrograde until mid-month. And again, sometimes things get a little bit fast, or sometimes we misstep, or we can miss out on certain things if we're not paying attention. So just keep an even pace. Even keel here. With this Eight of Wands, realign your energy. This can be about relocating, movement, communication as well. And if there has been a cutoff of communication, I feel like there could be some communication coming in. Okay. I feel like if someone has been cut out or cut off, maybe you see them during the holidays, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's someone that you don't talk to. I mean, this could be a lover showing up here. You have to trust what is best for you. And if you are entering into a new cycle of your life, you may not want to bring that energy with you. Okay. You can be cordial. You can talk in a respectful way, right? Show love and compassion from a distance though. And maybe that's what's coming up for you. But I do see you realigning your energy. So towards the end of December, I feel like you're back on track. You're back in a space of feeling good about the direction you are going in. And I feel like it's important to take some rest for yourself this month. Okay, ask for help. If you need help with something here, take some time off of work, travel if you're able to, or have a staycation. Don't overdo it. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't deplete your energy is a big message here. Now we have the empath. And we talked about that empath here. And you see that there's a tiger and there's a little sheep, right? And I feel like it's important that you stay compassionate to yourself instead of feeling like you have to take care of everyone else. You can lead a horse to water, Pisces, but you can't make it drink. And it almost feels like people are drawn to your energy because you have this healing ability. You may take care of a lot of people. You may have children or people who look up to you. You may be a role model for many, but you don't want to run yourself too thin, right? Or burn the candle at both ends. Spread yourself too thin. And I feel like that's the message coming in with these three cards, because towards the end of the month, which makes sense as we roll into a literal new year, you have the Ace of Pentacles showing up, and this is the start of a new life. Excuse me. Start of a new life here is a positive reward. It's a bonus. It's a gift, right? It is an inheritance. It's a new job. It is your physical health and well-being, feeling back aligned again. There's something that felt a little bit off with the shadow, of course. There's something that you had to work on, maybe your health, a relationship, your career. Maybe you took some time off. Maybe there is a big move coming up here for you, but this is beautiful because it's authentic and it's represented by, excuse me, the Ace of Pentacles, the silver slippers, which we know as the ruby red slippers. And I feel like you are remembering this contract. You're remembering who you are, right? You're remembering that your soul made a contract that you're fulfilling. And I feel like there's something new opening up for you. And this is long term. You could very much be in this energy for the rest of your life here on earth. Okay, so maybe this is a new position that you'll be in, that you retire in. This could be a new relationship that you are attracting or calling in that is long term, right? It could be a best friend, or it just feels like there's something new that is a reward, and it's very rewarding. It's very abundant. It's very prosperous. It's something that some of you are pregnant. Some of you, there is actual new life coming in and you are giving birth, or you could receive news that you're going to be a grandmother or a grandfather. Someone could be getting married. Someone could be getting engaged. Okay. I just feel like there's some favorable news coming in for you this month, and it is exciting. Now, because you have the bonus cards of the Three of Swords and the Hierophant, the Three of Swords is not needing to commit to that emotional pain because it was unresolved, right? And when it's unresolved, we have to go back and commit to it to heal it, so we don't bring that pain with us everywhere we go. Hurt people. You don't want to do that, right? And I feel like the Hierophant showing up is saying you have done the work. You've shed some beliefs. Maybe a belief in the beginning was, I'm never going to fall in love again. This person did a number and I don't ever want to put myself in a position to fall in love. that could change, or that may have changed for you. You're like, wait a second, I've healed that wounded part that said that. I've healed that part of myself that said things or did things when I was wounded. But now that I know better, I'm doing better, and I'm choosing better, and I'm believing better for me. Maybe it was a job. Maybe it was, something with the heart that you had to commit to being on a certain diet, or, committing to a certain health routine. And it's still good that you're sticking to it, but maybe it's not as prominent. Maybe you're not focusing all your energy on that because you have a good routine and it's starting to become default for you. And therefore, you don't have to put so much mind space and attention and effort towards whatever this is now, because you've already started to program, right? The neuroplasticity is being trained in your brain, so you don't have to automatically, or you can automatically just go about your day because there's something that you've learned over here. And I feel like this is beautiful. Let's look at wealth, money, career, and abundance. All right. Wow. You're getting such a polarity in your reading, such a, from shadow to light, from rags to riches, from dusk to dawn. I'm just kidding. There's this polarity, because look at this. Now here's the shadow of the coffin and the skull showing up on one side. And then the new life, you have the offering, you have multiple incomes or odd jobs coming in here. So I do see that, yes, you've gone through a rough patch. You maybe had to borrow money. You may have been low on cash. Some of you had to take care of a sick loved one. Maybe you were working in hospice. There's the healer card again. I told you, you're a healer, or you're being called to step into the role of healer. Maybe you were out of work. You may have had to reinvent yourself. You may have gone through a massive reinventive period. I mean, you don't get to the new life without it. So there's something very big that, it kind of stripped you of everything. You see that the skull, he's bare boned. There's nothing, not even skin, not even blood, nothing covering him up. And I feel like you may have been stripped of something here, stripped down to the very bones, and you had to start fresh. And maybe there was a loss, right? Maybe there was an actual death. Maybe there was a bad investment, bankruptcy, debt, financial challenges. Okay, this can be a job that has ended. It feels like it's something that was very heavy for you, okay, that may have affected you financially. But here you are coming back, right? Hitting the ground running. And what I always say is the comeback is stronger than the setback. We can't say that when we're in the setback, right? Because we haven't quite made that comeback. But here you are, you've made the comeback. And it says, consider creating multiple streams of income. This could be a second job, an odd job. Freedom could be more important than financial security. Okay, there's something that you're liberating yourself from, and not saying that financial security isn't important, but remember what I said. If you've already addressed something, if you've already committed to your financial security, you may now have that ability to be free. Freedom, travel, work from anywhere in the world, or you have enough money to buy what you need and now buy what you want. And it's okay to go through this transitionary time, this period, but your outcome is the offering. The outcome is the universe meeting your needs. As it says here, consider having a money altar. Call upon your spirit guides and angels to assist you. There is an offering coming in, and it may be a small increase, right? Because you see the piggy bank. It may feel like it's a small increase, but it is the start of a new life. And I feel like this energy has exponential possibilities. It feels like there's something way beyond the eye can see. So don't get lost up in thinking that it's only small, because I feel like it could be much larger than you even expect, or you may even believe it to be. Okay, there's something quite beautiful showing up. And sometimes it's the fear that says, can I really do this? Yes, you can. All right, let's look at love. What do we have for love, relationships? Because we do see the Two of Cups. So there is some sort of relationship, maybe between a parent and a mother, or a mother and a child. This can also be siblings. It could be twins, Someone could be twins here. Maybe there's twins that run in the family. You may find out that someone's pregnant with twins. All right, when it comes to love, we have seduction. This is attraction. This is teasing. This is dating, third party, temptations. Maybe this is all part of that shadow that you're coming out of. You're saying, wait a second, I am not going to be lured by temptation. I've already been taken advantage of with the empath. So if this is where you are coming out of, for those of you that dealt with a third party energy or some sort of devil energy, because the temptation and seduction can be devilish. If it is taken out of context or if boundaries are crossed, right? There can be good seduction. There can be good temptations. But I feel if it left you feeling heartbroken, then it probably wasn't the good kind, right? And you may be moving on from that. You may finally be fully healed from that situation and you're opening up to a new life. And if that's the case, you're putting yourself back out there. You may be wanting to date, getting back out there, meeting someone new. Maybe you're dating online. You could actually have a special date coming in if you are currently in a union and you don't plan on going anywhere. Maybe you're married. Okay. I feel like there's an anniversary here. Oh, for some of you, it's a loved one who's crossed over. It could be a birthday, or maybe the holiday is a date that, I mean, maybe it stings, okay? Maybe it stings with that Three of Swords, but I feel like it stings a little bit less each year, okay? And that's why you have that Three of Swords and the Hierophant. Now, I see someone maybe thinking about you, someone misses you, someone maybe having a bit of nostalgia, but I feel like it's important that you make new memories. Now, I see the Eiffel Tower here, Paris. I also see best wishes. It feels like you are moving. For some of you, you are moving or you're traveling. Someone is bringing you well wishes. Someone wants maybe the best for you, or, you know, it hurt to let you go, but I feel like there is a sense of nostalgia, but it feels like happier times ahead. That's what I can tell you here. Happier times ahead, because you are now in this energy, Pisces, of healthy choices. You're in this energy of self-love and self-care, being happier with who you are in your life. And I feel like there is a lot of love and life to live. Okay, that could be a belief that you've crashed through that was limiting you is, you know, I'm 51 years old, or I'm 65, or however old, maybe 33, but something has closed the heart. Something deep has happened. And you may have told yourself, I'll never have that type of love again, or I'll never open myself up to be that vulnerable. I just feel like something is taken on a 180 effect here. And again, I'm seeing a lot of duality, a lot of polarity, where you've been on this side, but you're gonna get a taste of what this side looks like. And this side looks really quite abundant and beautiful. All right, messages from your soul's truth. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? How do you fill your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? We have only today, right now. The journey, no goal, no destination will bring us the feelings we seek. But when we begin filling every day with that which we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. Today's soul action, Pisces, lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values, and your expectations to match those desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? Yeah, that's important. Next we have, where am I at with my health goals? Where do you want to be, Pisces? Why are you not there? And what will it take for you to feel well? If your body could talk, it would say blank. Now, we talked about this earlier. I told you the body speaks to us through pain, through discomfort, through sound even, through, many different things, through sweat, through the way things look, rashes or red eyes or whatever it may be. The body is constantly letting us know through swelling, through inflammation. So if your body could talk, what would it say? Today's soul action: feed your body what it needs to feel nourished, appreciated, and loved. Make some new, exciting goals to take your health to the next level. And that could be what the new life is all about for you. Maybe this is about your health. Maybe getting into the new year, you're saying, all right, it's time to get back on track. It's time to lose some of this extra holiday weight, or it's time to feel more vitality. It's time to feel better in my own skin. So I definitely feel like you are making some big choices in your life. And whatever area this is for you, whatever choices you make, I feel like you're making them from a place of self-love, because you want to feel good. You want to feel like you are living life to its fullest. And it's difficult to do that when you have some of those shadows that you need to address at all times. All right, let's take a look here at the archetype of the comic. Okay, the comic is the Joker, the space cowboy, right? This is the fool, the clown. The comic carries a remedy for all that ails this world. Whenever I see the comic, I always think of Robin Williams, right? Robin Williams, just a beautiful soul. Amid the deepest pain and suffering, there is always the potential to lift up and out of the darkness through laughter. Though dismissed by some as lowbrow or unsophisticated, this archetype actually has a highly advanced mind. Some may use the word genius, as humor requires one to see the situation from afar rather than be swept away by the drama. The comic sees and accepts the messiness of life, using it as material to be mixed and shaped into a potion to soothe the stressed and serious mind. They literally lighten us up. Thus, within the comic is usually the sage or the magician, working healing magic upon any audience who will lend an ear. The comic may be the archetype that heals the deep division in our world, one pun at a time. Ooh, I got goosebumps. We talk about the divide in your reading, and we talk about the healer in your reading. So for some of you, especially for those of you that use humor, this reading is for you. And for others of you, I feel like this message is saying you could use a little more humor in your life. When this is showing up as the light aspect, it's hilarious. It's ingenious, spirited, and easygoing. When this is showing up as the shadow, which we're seeing both, right? It's sarcastic, it's harsh, it's brooding, it's drunk. The comic has plenty of shade to throw on others, and it can fall into shadow at the drop of a hat. Beware of their sharp claws. Joy, jokes, and smiles are signs of a happy heart. Be wary of spiritual practices or teachers who leave the comic by the wayside. I love that. It means make sure that people have humor. You know, don't listen to people who are so serious, because they're missing out on a very, very vital, important part of life. Okay. I mean, I have some weird humor, but it's mine, right? And it's important that you accept that you have humor and it's yours, right? And it says here, if you want to go deeper, images of the laughing Buddha, which Buddha is one of my ultimate favorites. So I have Buddhas all over my home, and the laughing Buddha is significant here. Stand up, right? Maybe stand up comedy or improv. So get into this. Go see a comedy show. Go join a laughing yoga class. Watch some funny cat videos. Look at the cat, real goofy in the middle of this archetype here. Laugh, because it heals the body. And I just read something the other day. It was on my yogi tea. It was the quote at the end of the tea that said, laughter is the same in all languages, right? And it really is. And it's uplifting to the soul. So I'm loving this message for you. Pisces, if you want to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, drop your favorite comedian, your favorite person, maybe who's made you laugh, the funniest person that you know. Drop it in the comment section below. I'll enter you into that free reading giveaway. And if this is, a stand-up, or if this is improv, I'd love to hear it. Who's your favorite? And if you don't know, search for some and see if their humor aligns with your humor. Now, one of my personal faves is Matt Rife. I feel like he can definitely captivate an audience, but his humor is filled with compassion. I don't feel like it's the sarcastic humor that cuts daggers, right? It's the kind of compassionate humor that, really makes you laugh. And so that's who does it for me. But take a look in your own world. Where does humor exist and from whom? Drop it below, Pisces. I'll enter you into that free reading giveaway. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in. If the messages today were helpful, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and drop your favorite comedian in the comments below. Lots of love, Pisces.